Welcome back to your next listen. Let's get right into it. So, today I want to talk about the most key idea when we're talking about lo-fi, and that's that lo-fi stands for low fidelity. It means that the entire song is passed through a low fidelity filter, although that's rarely the case. That was what it usually meant. Nowadays, you get a lot more mileage by only passing some of the song through a low fidelity filter, or you just straight up use low tonal instruments. But you'll notice that a lot of lo-fi songs are basically the same. I'm just gonna be fully honest here. They're all basically the same. In fact, I've recorded a small 20-second section to showcase this idea about how they are not the same, but really similar to each other. It's very hard to tell one lo-fi song from another. So let's show that clip. So you may have noticed that didn't actually prove a whole lot. But let's break it down just a little bit more than that. What it did or was trying to prove was that all of them use almost the exact same style of music. Lo-fi as a genre is low instruments with drawn out sounds that vibrate heavily. Almost every single instrument is large, it's slow, it takes its time when it plays its notes. Most of them actually do this in a very peculiar way that I don't know how to recreate. But typically it's just them holding out the notes for a very long time. But occasionally you'll find that they'll take some instruments like the trumpet and they'll draw it out onto a lower scale. But it'll still sound high. It's weird. I don't know how to do it. And I can't give you an example, but occasionally you'll find songs like that. But that's enough rambling. So, you may be wondering, alright, where's the song recommendation? What are you going to show us? Well, let's get to it now. The song I want to recommend today is called, wait for it, Colors by Tufflo. First thing you're going to notice is immediately those long, drawn-out notes. Following that, you will notice the radio static in the background. We just missed it, but there was a very, very clear ringing, and now we have a simple trap beat to complement the long, drawn-out notes. Interestingly, though, this represents a technique in metal, of all things, called hammering, where they'll strum the core notes of the melody they're playing, the key they're in, really fast. Here it's done really, really slowly to really, actually, what they do is that they play tension notes, very slight tension notes on almost every other instrument before ending it off with that brum, and just releasing that tension, which is a good portion of what lo-fi does, actually. It creates just the slightest amount of tension to keep your brain not focused on the song, but never forgetting it either. It really sucks you in and keeps you focused on the song and the music, but also not to the point where you can't listen or focus on anything else. Ultimately, the point of lo-fi is to help you study, to help you sleep. It tickles the subconscious part of the brain a lot more than it tickles the conscious part of the brain, which helps you study. It studies say it's about 80% of people who listen to lo-fi find an improvement in the study, and the rest of them really don't. If you're not one of the people, I'm so sorry, but then this probably isn't the week for you. So I've covered a lot of what I wanted to talk about today, that being the idea behind lo-fi, how it's low fidelity, which helps tickle the subconscious brain a lot more than the conscious part of the brain, how the main key ingredient to a lo-fi is those long, drawn-out notes. They are everywhere in lo-fi. In every song, you'll find them. You'll also note that lo-fi needs to have some clearer sounds, things that really pop out from the droning, what it actually is called, of the other instruments. And this song, I picked it because it had a really nice ring to it. Literally, I like that part. And finally, I just want you guys to go check out the song. I really couldn't find the original creator. I would love if you guys could go give him some support on Spotify, but I don't have a YouTube link for his channel. That might be a turn off for some of you, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Just go listen to him on Spotify, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. This has been your next listen. I hope this has been a song that you've enjoyed. And yeah, see you next time, I guess.